Hi guys, Lee here with your free market update on the 8th of January. Let's take a look at these markets. The Russell here 2000, the small caps in the US, been on an absolute tear to the upside. But last pro trading system buy was early November, and from then it's just accelerated higher. We got a sell signal a few days ago, and then yesterday, before yesterday in fact, 3 days ago, that's including today's trading session, we got a new buy signal. So this strong equities trend continues. The small caps here, the Russell 2000, pushing dramatically higher. Now, if we dive into the European markets, they started to explode. We'll look at the Ftse 100 in 1 second. Here's the German DAX. And we've reached a profit target of 14,135. So entries around this area here, 13,350 zone. Then we were in profit. We hit the first profit target of 13,679 on the pro trading system. And then a few days later, actually on the 21st of December, we got this really big drop down in price just before we broke up for Christmas. And then we started to push higher. So we got another break above the high entry. It's still green pro trading system, pushed higher. And then we got a low OBS reading. That tells us that we can get long again. And now this is accelerated above the 14,000. An incredible move here. From this original one, we're nearly on 1,000 points, just short of 1,000 points. But the 14,000 psychological area has been broken. So the key is really on the German DAX, if we take a little look now and do some analysis on the weekly chart, and we start to look at some trend lines, and if we draw a trend line from here across here, we're literally right at a trend line. Okay, so that's got to be respected, guys. If we take a bit of a trend line from here to here, that's been busted. Okay, so this one here, last week's one, it was tested. That's where we had the pullback on the daily, but now we've broken through. So we're coming into the next trend line, which is at that 14,100 mark on the German DAX. And I've been saying to all the clients here, the customers here at Trading College, put your stop, trail your stop, turn the pro trading system trailing stop on, and it will automatically do that for you. So you don't need to worry where to trail your stop. Okay, now let's look at the Ftse 100 because the last couple of days have been incredible. We got a new buy signal on the Ftse on the 5th of January, Tuesday, and then we got the entry right here. The entry was at 6614, stopped just below the lows. We hit the first profit target on the first day from the signal. So an incredible move, guys. It really. And now we're sitting just at these highs. It's very bullish indeed. We've been long the Ftse and looking for long side trades for quite a while, and the reason is because we want to go to that weekly. The weekly time frame had a new buy signal back in November, and then we had some new pushes higher here, a little pullback, and then a new push to this place where we are now. 7,000 on the Ftse is sitting just above, and it would not surprise me if we get to that 7,000 in the next few days. A big psychological area. Now let's take a little look go back to the US market, because if we look at the Dow and see where we are here, we're continuing to drive higher. We've broken previous trend lines. We're still pushing, making higher highs and higher lows. We still haven't made a lower high. So once we make that lower high and lower low, then we could probably see some downside price action. But at the moment, it continues to give us, more. It's being long this market. It's been the easiest market to trade. Every dip has been bought. Stocks have just been bought left, right, and centre, and it's been an incredible move. If you've been long, you've done really well. If you're short, then not so well. But let's take a little look at some things that are happening here, because I'm looking at the US dollar, and let's have a little look at that. And you can see, and I want to go to the weekly on the US dollar. And so here's the dollar basket, and you can see we had some new buy signals last year, and then we've continued on that new red PTS buy signals. Now we have hit 89.20. which coincides with 2018 low. All right, we could go a little bit lower, down to 88. That's perfectly fine. But then, guys, we've got a huge double bottom. All right, so watch out. We're getting closer to the end of this dollar trend, where we could get a severe kickback rally. So to trade that, we want to be looking at the euro, okay? And so we want to see some euro red pro trade. And this could be the trade for this first quarter. Here's the euro dollar. Lovely move to the upside. Buy signal after buy signal. Exceeded profit target 121.97. Put it in maybe a shooting star top here. So shooting star candlesticks tend to be at the top of a trend. That's how I like to play them. And when you get a shooting star, just like this one here, you tend to get a reversal. Is this a shooting star? Well, it's not confirmed yet on the weekly chart. We need this Friday to close. We've got a two-wave short, so we're closer to the end of this move on the euro dollar than we are to the start or the middle of this move. Wouldn't surprise me in the coming next week that we get a drop down, maybe a bit more strength, but a potential drop lower coming. All right, let's take a little look at gold as well, because that's an interesting chart all round here. Now we're at here's the weekly chart of gold, and yeah, beautiful buy signals, been long gold. It's pro trend system, momentum on our storytellers are all been high and long and strong, but we are making this stair step formation, and we could certainly see a bit more of a downside move. There's no volume in gold at the moment. Pro trend system is telling us it's white. When it's white, it means that the volume has dropped. No, there's no commitment here from either the long side or the short side. Now we've got to watch gold very carefully, and everyone says it's going higher, but for me, I just want to watch the charts. The charts never lie. That's what you want to be looking at. Price is king. Now the key is here. We've had this, as I said, zigzag type pattern. We're sitting at 61.8%. So if we do get that red PTS, we could certainly accelerate to the downside. But we're in a holding pattern on gold for any new bias. Okay, guys. On the short term, it's been pretty okay to trade. If you look at the 1 hour chart, we stair step down with red PTSs, and they've been short trade signals, which have been really nice indeed. And let's keep our eye on the likes of crude oil as well, because crude oil has been in a beautiful move higher. Let's take a little look at oil. The weekly chart, oil's coming up to 52.94. Okay, so that's the weekly chart. We've got the 42. It's a 1,000-point move on oil. We're sitting right at 52.94, which is not far away for its next weekly profit target. That also coincides with a trend line at these levels as well. All right. So just to summarize, stocks have been incredible. A lot of the small caps have been fabulous trading conditions. We've had Neo like this. I mean, look at this stock trade. These are the ones that we go after in our scan clubs. These big moves that are setting up, and it's been great. That is just been an incredible trend. I mean, if you look at it, from this weekly time frame, it's just gone parabolic, which is great. And they're the small cap ones that we really want to get into alongside those FX pairs that are trending, and ignore the likes of things like gold to trade that at the moment, because we've got those white PTSs. All right. Hope it helps. Just to remind you, not to forget, but just to remind you, our Pro Trader program is open for the people that attended the webinar on Wednesday evening. Don't forget, guys, the Pro Trader program will close Friday evening. All right. Speak to you soon. Take care. Have a great weekend.